Ever feel like you're stuck using the same old words for your feelings? In this explainer, we're going to dive into the super colorful world of idioms. They're basically the secret to making your language way more powerful and, just more you.
You know that feeling when you're trying to describe exactly how you feel? Like, you're happy, but very happy just doesn't really capture it. Or you're feeling down, and saying very sad feels a little flat. If that sounds like you, then you are definitely in the right place.
Well, the good news is the solution is right there, just waiting for us to use it. We're talking about idioms, those creative, kind of visual phrases that add so much color and precision to how we talk.
So, you might be thinking, why even bother with idioms? I mean, we have simple words that work just fine, right? Well, let's take a closer look at that.
This quote really hits the nail on the head. Knowing your idioms is a total game changer. It just elevates your language, whether you're, writing a quick email or just chatting with your friends. Honestly, it just makes what you're saying so much more interesting.
Okay, check this out. I was very proud. It's fine. It gets the point across. But I was proud as a peacock? Whoa. You can instantly picture it, can't you? You see the big, colorful feathers, that confident strut? That's the power of an idiom. It literally paints a picture for the person listening.
All right, let's start with the fun stuff. When you're feeling absolutely amazing, on top of the world, how can you really express that joy and pride?
First up, we've got a total classic for when you're just bursting with joy. To be over the moon. The image itself tells you everything you need to know. This isn't just regular happy. This is soaring, out of this world happy.
Yep, it just means you're incredibly happy or totally delighted about something. You could say, when she found out she got the job, she was completely over the moon. It just has so much more energy, doesn't it?
And here's that one we just talked about. For that really deep feeling of satisfaction after you've accomplished something big, you can say you're proud as a peacock. This means you feel exceptionally proud, and maybe you're not afraid to show it a little bit, just like a peacock showing off those incredible feathers. It just perfectly captures that feeling of achievement.
But hey, let's be real. Life isn't always sunshine and rainbows. So what about those times when we're not feeling so great? Well, idioms are just as powerful for talking about sadness and frustration. Okay, here's a really common one for that general feeling of unhappiness. If a friend tells you they're feeling down in the dumps, you immediately get a sense of what's going on, right?
It just means to feel sad or kind of dejected. For example, I've been feeling a bit down in the dumps since I heard the news. It's a really gentle but super clear way to say you're sad. Now let's switch gears to frustration. You know that feeling when you've just absolutely had it with a situation? The perfect idiom is to be fed up with something. This is for when you've hit your limit. You're annoyed, you're bored, you're just done with something that's been dragging on for way too long. Like, I'm completely fed up with all this rain. It perfectly captures that feeling of being totally over it.
But our emotions are rarely that simple, are they? They're often a mix of things, not just happy or sad. So let's look at some idioms that really capture those more complex, in-between feelings.
That fluttery, nervous energy you get right before something big is about to happen. We call that feeling butterflies in the stomach. It's such a physical feeling, I think pretty much everyone knows exactly what this feels like. And what's so cool about this one is that it can mean you're nervous or excited. And a lot of the time, it's actually a mix of both. Think about that feeling you get right before a big presentation or a first date. That's textbook butterflies. And what about when something totally unexpected happens, and it just leaves you feeling shocked and a little disoriented? For that, we use the phrase to be shaken up.
So this describes that feeling of being shocked or unsettled after something surprising, like maybe a near miss in traffic or hearing some really startling news. You could say, she was pretty shaken up after the accident, but thankfully, she's okay.
So there you go. We've just built you a brand new toolkit of expressions to help you describe exactly how you're feeling. We've hit the highs, the lows, and all those complicated feelings in between.
So let's just quickly run through the heavy hitters. For that pure joy, remember being over the moon. For sadness, you're down in the dumps. For that nervous, excited energy, you've got butterflies in your stomach. And when you've just had it, you're fed up. These images alone are such a great way to remember the feeling.
As we've seen, these phrases do so much more than just put a label on a feeling. They really bring it to life. So the only question left is, with this new toolkit ready to go, which emotion are you going to describe first?